Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is my first video in a very long time, so bear with me. In this video you may see me switching between hands just because I was trying to make sure in every clip that I was in frame. But here we are doing a Valentine's Day set, and right now we're starting off with the soak off. She did have on this previous set for about 3 months, and I felt like it was time to give her a fresh new set. Plus, with the kind of set that she was going for, we just basically need to start fresh. So here we are in the soak off, and I'll be right back once we start the actual nail design. Alright, so here I am pushing the cuticles back. This is what I always do before filing the nails to take off the shine. Sometimes I choose to do it with my actual bit, like my sanding band, but this time I decided to just go ahead and push them back with a cuticle pusher, and this helps expose the full nail. Alrighty, and here as you can see, I have begun filing the nails. Also, I did not include the clip of the last hand because I believe I was out of frame, so that's why you only see the left hand. And roughing up the nail is done so we can allow for the acrylic to adhere because we have a lot of natural oils on our fingers, or on our nail plates. So by roughing up the nails, we kind of remove some of that. And then we also are able to get some of that dead skin up from the cuticle. Alrighty, so here I am going in with my needle bit just so I can lift up some more of that dead skin and cuticle that was left on the nail plate from when we pushed them back. For this part, I was a little bit out of frame, but I'm pretty sure you guys get the gist of what I'm doing from seeing the other few fingers. Here I am using my ball bit to clean up the cuticles. I find this a little bit easier than using a cuticle nipper because I feel like sometimes when I use my nippers, I ended up cutting off too much. So using this ball bit, I feel like it cleans it up just enough. You will see me going in the forward direction and the reverse direction because I feel like both ways or both directions help me be able to clean up the cuticles really good. If I did feel the need to go back in with my cuticle nippers to get off a piece that I felt like was being stubborn, I would, but usually I just prefer using my ball bit. Here I am applying my tips. I know I didn't show you guys the other hand because I was out of frame. And as you can see, I started on the middle finger on this hand and I believe I was out of frame for the pinky and the ring finger. So this is where I'm starting. Pretty simple, just making sure that I size the tips from sidewall to sidewall. And then I place the glue in the well part of the tip so I can be able to adhere it. I believe that this one was giving me a hard time, so what I did, because I noticed that sometimes when you try to put another tip on after you've already gotten glue on the nail, I went back and I filed off that stickiness of the glue so I could be able to adhere another tip. Now when I edited this, I did not realize I skipped the thumb, like as far as me gluing on the tips, but I'm pretty sure you guys understand what I was doing. Here I am cutting the tips to the desired length that she wants. I have yet to get those magnets to make sure that all the tips are even. So right now all I do is like clip the tip for one nail, and then I'll use that clip, the part that I clipped off, as a marker basically, or I will measure them side by side. Sometimes I feel like it's a little hard for you to measure the pinky side by side with one of the longer fingers, so I always usually start with the middle finger just so I know how long my client will like their nails based off the middle finger. Alrighty, so here I believe I'm starting to cut the nails again because my client, who's actually my homegirl Bethany, she's my coworker, she wanted the lipstick shaped nails, and this is my first time ever doing them. So you may see her hand going in and out of the frame because she wanted them to be cut in a way that the point wasn't in her face if she was to like touch her face. So that's basically what we're doing here, just cutting the diagonal for the lipstick shape. Alrighty, and now I am beginning to shape the nails just because I want to make sure that that lipstick point is very sharp, and just to make sure the diagonal is even as well. I forgot to say this, but I am using the Pana 8080 grit files. I love these files. I prefer these over the nail supply ones because I feel like the grit is actually like coarse, like it should be. And that's one thing I experienced with getting like name brand files rather than the ones from the nail supply. Anything that has like a brand on it is usually very coarse. I get these in like a pack of 50 off of Amazon, and I think they're about $25. Another set of files that are really good are the Beauty Secret files. I believe that's the name brand, and they sell them at Sally Beauties or Sally's Beauty, and I was using those before I started using these, and I really love them as well. Another thing, when using these files, you do want to score them first with another file so you can make sure you don't cut your client when you're filing their nails. Here, she was just looking at my nails because she wanted a reference for her design. We pretty much had figured out what we wanted to do, but she just wanted to make sure that I knew that she wanted something similar to what I had on my nails. So here I am blending out the tip just so we can make sure we have a completely bended surface before we begin to apply our acrylic. You will see me run my thumb over the nail just so I can make sure that it's completely blended and we don't have any line of like demarcation separating the nail tip from the actual nail plate. And here I am just taking a lint-free wipe with some Young Nail Swipe on it, and I'm using it to get rid of that excess dust as well as dehydrate the nail. I prefer to do it this way. Sometimes I use Band-Aid. It honestly just depends on what kind of mood I am in, and if I feel the need to use my Band-Aid to dehydrate the nail, but preferably I just use Young Nail Swipe on a lint-free wipe. Now I am going in with my Young Nails Protein Mod to prime the nails. Preferably when I'm working with my clients, I prime one hand and do it, then prime the other, just because y'all know they like to touch stuff, and I be trying to tell them, baby, don't touch nothing after I prime your hands. But I think this time I decided to go ahead and prime both hands just because I knew that I was gonna go in and put down a clear base. So as long as I put that clear base down, she should be able to freely use her hands. But usually when I take clients, I usually prime one hand and do one hand, and then prime the other and do the other, just because if they touch something, I'm gonna be mad. Now I am going in with my clear base, which is just a very thin layer of acrylic. I do this because majority of the time I'm doing fill-ins on my clients. So after they are done with whatever set I have done previously, I can be able to file down to this clear base and be able to use that as like a blank canvas for the next set. For my clear base, I am using the Not Polished Monomer and the Mia Secret Clear. Usually I use the Not Polished Clear, but I ran out and was able to get the Mia Secret Clear like quick, fast, and in a hurry when I needed it, so that's what I'm using. And I really like it, honestly and truly. I was, when I first started doing nails, using Mia Secret Everything, so this brought back old memories from when I was using it, and it works very well because it is like a universal product, so it can be used with any monomer that you decide to use it with. I also forgot to say this, but I am using the number 16 brush from Kier Sky. Love, love, love this brush. I also have it in a 12, I believe. I'm thinking about getting the 14 too, because you can never have too many acrylic brushes. But I love this brush. Honestly and truly, one of the best brushes I've ever gotten, just because the acrylic doesn't really stick too much to the brush, and it's easy to clean, and I don't ever have really a hard time using it. And I think I've been using it for a few months now, and then before then, I think I was using my 12 for maybe over a year. So love this brush. Definitely should get it. They sell it at the nail supply, and they also sell it on Amazon. Alright, and for this set, we're basically doing a glitter ombre. So first you'll see me going in with like the nail plate color, which is the pink color that I'm going in with. Preferably when I am doing glitter ombres, I like to go in with the solid color first, and then blend in the glitter into the nail plate color. And then after that, of course, I'll encapsulate. But right now, as you can see, I'm just going in with the base color for right now. Alrighty, so now I'm going in with the glitter. What I do is I dip a little bit of I dip my brush into the monomer and get a little bit of clear acrylic before I dip into the glitter, just so that the glitter has something to stick to. And then specifically for this set, I was trying to make sure that each finger had at least three or two to three of those little small hearts that are in the glitter. Alrighty, so here's where I realized that my phone died, And I wasn't able to record the other hand, of course, because I didn't even realize that it died. So here we are at the encapsulation part. And usually to encapsulate any of my nails, I will go in with the one ball method. But of course, if I can't get it all done in one bead, I'll go in with however other mini beads that I may need to encapsulate the full nail. Alright, and then here I'm about to begin to separate the skin from any acrylic that may have spilled over while I was applying my acrylic. So next you'll see that I start buffing, and that's because when I began to file, I was completely out of frame for both hands, which I was so hurt about, but I know that next time I just gotta make sure that I'm in the frame. And you know, this is my first time doing a video in a very, very long time, so I'm trying to give myself some grace. So you'll see a little bit of filing, I think, but you won't even see me in the frame at all, and then it'll go straight to buffing, and then from there we'll put on her jewels, I believe. Alright, and then I just applied my McCart rhinestone gel, I believe, so we can apply the stones that she wanted. They're these cute little hearts that I got off of Amazon. So I think you'll see that we ended up actually taking one of them off because it was a little crooked. Sis wanted to give us a hard time, and I just don't understand why. So I believe it's on the left hand that we took that one off after curing it because it was crooked, and then reapplied it. And then after that, you'll see me polishing her nails or putting on her top coat, and then at the end it'll be the final product. Child, not me being out of the frame, but anywho, I think at this point we had already taken her stone off and replaced it, or positioned it back onto her nail, and then we're going in for the top coat. And finally, here is the finished product. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you on my next video.